This was my original brooder. I had took a Rubbermaid container and I cut the top off and I strapped this hard wire onto it with these metal strips and screws. And that works fine for a few chickens, but I have 16 babies and that got to be really small. And to keep them warm, I just suspended a heat lamp on what do you call these things? A brace. And I attached it to the table where I set the brooder. So that worked. And I could adjust the height of it if it was too hot. I could make it a little higher. But after the feathers came in, I stopped using the light. Well, my baby chicks are growing. And this little box was fine before. Whoops. Yeah. They need more space, so we got a big change here. So we're gonna give them a bigger space. So I moved to a larger container, and I didn't want to cut up the top. I actually used this one to bathe my dog because it's deep. So I'm gonna move him from this container into this bigger container. I hope it's deep enough because I don't have a top on it. Might create a problem if they can jump out, but this will give them a little bit more space. Okay, who's going to be first? Here, I'll put you in there. More space, huh? Just one at a time so you don't escape all over the place. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, it's alright. I'll pet you for a minute. I want you to get to know me. Yeah. It's right. It's right. There's nothing to be afraid of. There you go. Look at that. Your feathers are growing on your neck. Yeah, it's a pretty Rhode Island bed. My dog is curious. He's checking out the babies. Well, that gives him a little bit more space for a little while. I know that even that's going to get small. But I need to work on the chicken coop and pen. I got to make some modifications to make room for so many babies and to protect them from the older ladies. So somehow I have to divide up my chicken coop and pens. I'm going to have the pens already divided. I just have to figure out how to deal with the coop. Because the coop I have now would only accommodate like maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 at the most. To be able to come in and roost at night. So I need more roosting space for 16 chicks, and so that they have access to outside. Now I don't want to put them outside yet because they still don't have all of their feathers, but it won't be long and they'll have them. So I'm going to have to figure out the top. I see one trying to jump up. My top right now is insecure because I just have the small cover, so I'm going to have to create something better. This is a danger because the cats could actually get in here and get chickens. So to keep the door closed and keep the animals out. So what I did instead, I made this top just with some wood and hardwire, and that way I didn't have to destroy the container. Let me show you how the back of that's put together. Just held together with these things. And that way I can use it for other purposes, like drying pine needles or something. And so that gave them more space, but they're getting to the place where their feathers were all coming in and they're still getting crowded. Once you put the food feeder in there and the waterer, it was getting crowded. So today they got moved into the new home, into the chicken coop. So I divided up the coop with a special pen just for my babies. And they have just been moved in here. So they are flapping their wings and they have a lot more space. And I have a door so I can get in here. And there's my babies. They're getting big. That one's always curious. So this way they have roosting space, and they have their own pen out there, and the big ladies, this is their roost. There's only 7 of them now, and that's their ladder to get up. And yeah, all the nesting boxes are over here. By the time these are full grown and they start nesting, then I'll just open this door and they'll be a part of the coop. And so the big ones have that pen and that pen. And this way the little babies can grow up peacefully, protected, and they can go outside if they want to. They haven't ventured outside yet. But the container I had them in was way too small. They were getting so crowded for their size. And they're pretty much all feathered out, so it's a good time to bring them out. Oh, I'm happy to see that some of the babies actually ventured outside. And they're doing their thing, digging in the dirt. Oh, dirt bathing. I don't think all of them went out, but a few of them did. So I'm glad to see that these ones are brave and willing to come out on their first day in the coop. We've got 2 of them dirt bathing. That's how they clean themselves. They dig a hole, sorta, and throw dirt all over themselves and work it through their feathers. So if they have any bugs, it's a way to keep the bugs off. I don't think very many of them came out, but I'm glad to see these have. These will set the standard for the rest of them. Maybe tomorrow, perhaps all of them will come outside. But they have a pretty good sized pen. And they're separated from the big ladies who are out here. And I just fed them some mealworms, so they're scratching up some mealworm over there. They love that treat. So that corner of the coop is for the babies. Oh, I see one of them got up there on the roost. Very good. So I'm glad I finally got them in here. I was feeling bad. They were so crowded in that brooder with 16 of them. It was just too many. They seem very happy. I put their food up on a table so that they don't, and the water, so that they don't get a lot of junk in it, kicking up hay and junk, you know. Try to keep their water as clean as possible because they are such messy creatures. So I've just come out to the coop this evening to check to see how things are going, and I see that there are no babies in here. I don't think there's any left. I think they all went outside. And my ladies are up on the roost. I don't know if you can see them. So I don't know, maybe the babies got scared and they all went there. I think I'll turn on the light so that they can encourage them to come back inside. They're all out back. Some escaped. They have a hole somewhere. Did they crawl through? They seem to be scared. I need to get them inside. I'm going to have to crawl in there and put them all in. Oh no, they can escape into the other pen. Okay, I have a problem. Okay, all's calm now. They're all huddled together because they're so used to being with each other. And they're not getting up on the roost. This one is venturing over. Maybe it'll get up on the roost. Yeah, I think they got scared. Well, so we chased them all back in. I actually had to get inside the pen and crawl around and get them ushered back into the pen. And what I learned is that they are still small enough to get through the dog hardwire. The dog hardwire is not safe for them because they can walk right through the fence. So I'm going to have to reinforce the bottom of it with chicken wire before they can go out. So tomorrow they're going to stay inside. So anyways, we have the adults are up there, and the babies are in here, and everybody's safe, everybody accounted for. We had our first chicken adventure. Tomorrow will be a better day. They won't go outside until I have reinforced the bottom of the pens. So, good night, chickens. It's time to go to bed.